Hello. Opening my water. It's Tuesday. When I looked at I have a personal temperature weather gauge at my house because I grew up with everything nature, guides, books, maps. My mom loved weather, so we had books about that. And we always had a personal weather station because the weather apps out there used to do a better job, but now they average temperatures. And it is not what your microclimate is. It's God knows where in the whole, 5 mile square radius or whatever. So last time I looked, it was 91, and that was at noon. So, and it was trying to rain this morning. So, woo! Never had anything but a tiny, thin antique quilt that was made in my family over me last night, and I was too hot. Ouch. So if you hear fans, you hear fans. I'm Lucinda. Today is going to be one of those, let's clear it out. It's not selling. It doesn't mean it's junk. It just means it's not selling to the group that I normally have, or the lurkers. Hi, lurkers. Hi, Heidi, darling. How's it going? You've been going through a lot lately, is what I'm thinking. But so some things are, nothing will be over $6. Nothing will be under $3. Some things I put together, with several items because just even selling one at $3 didn't seem right. I don't have that much actual modern that I thought I might have. So, hi, Ash. So that's not going to happen. And I don't have, I'm not offering up at this sale the gorgeous designer or unknown designer rhinestone clip earrings or brooches or thermoset or moon glow. There isn't any sterling silver, but there still are some really cool, fun, vintage worthy pieces to add to your collection. It's 91 hottie. Yeah. It's 91 Heidi, or it was at noon. It's probably about 92 now, which for this lady is hotcha-chotch. How about where you are? I just set my timer, so I've got that going on. And so then Thursday, well, let's finish this sale. So this sale, unless you're one of my usual buyers, this is a new week 2 Build-A-Box, day 1 of week 2 Build-A-Box. And we all know, or if you don't know, you're going to know now, that USPS rates went up by 10%. And that means anything from half an ounce to a pound is up by 10%. And especially if you're in, quote, a rural zip code, that's the highest. What does that mean? So I don't live near a city of, 8,000 people, So I'm in a rural zip code. So my shipping is high. So if you don't live in a city, it's even that much higher. So you can either say, and I will ask at the end, not at the beginning, if you buy a lot of items and you want me to just ship them out separately, or if you want me to hold them for the whole 2 weeks and include them in a box that could be up to a pound, which is a lot of jewelry. Okay. Yeah, it sucks. And I was already considering adding in a handling fee of about $2.50 every box. But with USPS rates going up, I'm holding and thinking about it. Hi, Camille. Peek on in. So is my fan annoying anyone? Can you all hear that? Is it annoying? I don't know. Let me know. I don't know what I can do about it, but if it is, tell me. In Heidi, we're going to take a second before I get rolling because it's going to be fast. I might pull, if there's only a few items up at the end and I have the stamina, I'll pull them up, but don't count on it. Excellent, Heidi. Heidi, I have emailed you. I think I might have messaged you on Instagram telling me to email me. I have been holding a set of purple thermoset necklace, bracelet, earrings, and not showing it in case you wanted it. And therefore, I've been holding your box because I don't think you've been feeling well. I haven't seen you for, I don't know, a little over a week. I've been a little worried, but I see you on Facebook and other places. So please let me know if you want me. I want to show that stuff on Thursday, Friday, but you get first dibs if you want the set. So I've been holding it in case, and I've asked you, but maybe my emails aren't getting through. And then again, because we have no kitty, because we have fibro and everything, sometimes it's just almost impossible to answer an email. But let me know. Just let me know. And I haven't sent you a picture because I've been, wanting to know if you wanted a picture. So there's no photo of it yet. I've just been asking if you wanted it. I don't know how helpful any of this is, but there you go. Okay, so this is all by it now. I have all these pieces of paper to put in the bag, and I will sort it later. I will ask at the end if y'all want it now or if you want to wait. And I doubt I'm going to lower any of the prices. Whatever doesn't get sold, something else is going to happen entirely. And it is, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I am in Northern California. That is where I ship from. And about every 6 weeks, I have been doing one of these sales. One of the things I'm doing is leveling up what I sell and noticing what is and is not selling. So I'm not changing all my habits entirely, but some things I are. Some things I are. Some things I am changing what I will and will not sell. So some of that will be in there. Any questions? Please let me know. Let me know. I do have my little bear alarm on my open screen door with all these fans on because it's so hot. And I have my bear bomb just in case that door comes crashing down. Yeah. Let's pray it's not today. I do know that if I go into my secondary device, my phone, that I can pin my jot form. But, there it is. And I'll just keep posting it if you need to register and you don't have it yet. Okay. So we're going to get rocking and rolling. What do you think about that? And I am going to be drinking a lot of water. I am trying really hard to not drink the water at night when I climb into bed because then I'm up all night going pee. And that's not restful. So I pound a lot of water in the summer. There's the jot form. Oh, wait a minute. And before I do this, and I do use Pirate Ship. But I have to say, I adjusted. There's my email if you need that, if you can't get through on the jot form for some reason. I adjusted my prices accordingly, 10%. I've been shipping to most people for so long that I know, within 50 cents how much something's going to cost. And I bill it out. And I got to tell you, I lost a lot of money on shipping because of the rural zip codes. Oh, and on that note, over 19,000 zip codes in a little over 45,000 or something in this country are rural zip codes. So that's a heck of a thing to be going on right now, on top of everything else we're going through and having to deal with financially. I mean, could it come at a worse time? Don't think so. Okay. So if there's any questions, please to let me know. And I have my basket over here. I'm just going to pull stuff. It's going to be, oh, this should have gone with something else. I'm going to have to fix that in a minute. So let's start with this. Buy it now. And everything is $3 to $6. Buy it now, $4. Wood in L. I really don't like this. In L stands for necklace. It confuses me, but for right now, that's where we're at. Buy it now, $4. This is worth a lot more, but it's not selling to my crowd. So there you go. Hey, Deborah, what's going on? I love this. It's a 1960s piece. Maybe restrung. Reminds me of my mother. This is, I'm pretty sure this is milk glass beads. This is a seed pod. And this is another seed pod. I think it has something to do with anise, as in licorice, anise. And it's gorgeous. It's really long. It's not super heavy because they're seed pods. And it is a buy it now for $4. It is about 22 inches long. It is there you go. It is a beautiful, see the grain in that, the long pods. And then the white, it's either milk glass or ceramic. Yeah, and it comes down to around here. It's gorgeous. If you have a skinny neck, you might be able to double it up. Remember, I'm not doing recaps, so if this doesn't sell, I know where it's going. And on that note, where's my other basket? Hold on. I'm coming. I have to do, as long as, I almost had a huge disaster. Yeah, that would be me. As long as my back is up to it, I'm going to invoice right after the show. Okay, no one's interested in that. I am really surprised. You can always claim it later in the chat because I'm not going to do, I'm not, and I don't do recaps. Sorry. And like I said, this is all vintage. Some of it is at the 20-year mark. Some of it is 70s, 80s. I put it in the description. So I can't do, a while back I did all $1. I can't afford to do that. This is, I married these together. I like it. And so it literally means for you that it's 2 pieces. This is clearly modern because it is a magnetic closure, but I love that. It's a really nice chain. It's a thick chain. It's very long. It's about 22 inches as well. And on the bottom, I put a Chico's brooch, heart brooch. And it is a vintage Chico's. It's a very nice brooch. The brooch alone, as far as I'm concerned, is worth $5. So it's really a 2-for-1. Just put it in the chat, $5, and it's yours. Don't wait, because I'm doing this super fast. And it fits and hangs exactly as it should. And it's going to be in the middle down here. It's going to be in the middle down here. So it's really like a 2-for-1, $5. And if you're like me, this is long enough. You don't need it. But if you wanted to double it, the magnetic closure is everything. And you could put anything you want on here, right? So you get a 2 for $5. Melly, are you in here, Melly? Just hanging out? Hey. Oh, no problem, honey. And like I said, I wasn't even sure. I love having you here just to hang out, but I wasn't even sure that you would really be interested in any of this today. But you never know. You never know what I'm going to pull out. And I did do a short, everyone, with just some of the pieces, an idea of what I'm bringing Thursday and Friday, and I've already had a inquiry about it. So you might want to look at that. And see the type of things that are coming up. Chico's was pricey. Yeah, $5 huge heart brooch on a chain. I don't know, that probably cost $20 new, the brooch, because I married them. If you don't want the chain, I'll sell you the brooch for $5. These are Chanel Paris. There's the CC. Gold tone. On wire. Earrings, $3. They're towards the later end of Chanel. I don't even know. Maybe they're still around. Coco Chanel. But I thought they were fun. They're a little less than 1 inch in diameter. Oh, Heidi, I understand. I woke up this morning. Nobody's interested in that. Okay. Designer stuff is selling really high right now. Just a heads up, everyone. Resellers, hoarders, collectors, investing. Heidi, I woke up this morning in a full fibro flare. My leg has been killing me because I went out to see friends and to another really important event on Sunday. And just driving down there in the car and sitting in the different chairs. When I left my friend's house after dinner, I had him help me to the car, and it just hasn't been good ever since. So, and today waking up with fibro, my whole upper body was hurting, my lower back is hurting, and my brain was like whoosh. They're not marked inside, Melly, so I don't know. They're not marked inside Chanel. So, yeah. Well, right. There you go. Like I said, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is the type of stuff that I got still stuff I'm offloading from a lot that I got, a huge lot. Huge. And that people just haven't wanted. But it's not the so quality isn't right. It's not the style that I usually would sell. Okay, and why is this? There is no reason on God's green earth for this to be happening at this moment. This is what I get there you go, for getting good bags. There we go. Oops, my comments are, wait a minute. Sorry, my comments are, there you go. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I haven't really made any plans for the summer. So this is one of those Forever 21. Super colorful. These are all acrylic collar necklaces. At least I assume it's Forever 21. There is a hang tag. It is actually ink. 1NC or INC. I don't know what that means. Yep. I totally get it. So this is gorgeous. This is a collar necklace. It's about like that. It would look great on this shirt. Okay, Heidi. Yep, I want to go traveling this year. This is going to fit just about like that. $4. It's a great piece. It's a great piece. It's just not. I'm not even going to put it back in this bag. So I'm not going to do a recap. I see y'all don't want. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's okay. I also know that the other thing that's been going on is the majority of people that have been coming, which is fine. Please, this is my community. This is where I get my socialization. The majority of people that have been coming, yeah, no, I've tried that. The majority of people that have been coming are, here to look, and that's great. I so appreciate you. I really appreciate you. You never know. One day I may have something you just cannot live without. And it's summer, sales are slow, the whole deal. So I showed this last week. It has the wear on the back. It's likely from the late 50s. This was pretty common. The problem with it is that it has the discoloration up here and right there. I could not remove it with ketchup. This is hand done. It's called Petite Point. Set in really nice prongs. It's lovely. If you could open this up and get this out, if you could paint, like do a red paint, nail polish or something around the edge, or blue to match this, it would be lovely. I just can't fix it. Resale revenue sells medium flat rate junk jewelry at $149. Oh. Yeah, I think people made these at home and then this was like a kit, Melly. And I think it's pretty old. I mean, it obviously is. It's nice. I just can't get the color off. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I could, lot it all up and throw it on eBay. But what? Millie, WAT? I don't know what you mean, honey. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. WAT. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Let's do this. This is something that I would sell, but yeah, for a junk lot. I mean, I don't know. I gotta just do this right now. Maybe. $149. Yeah, I don't know. I've tried. Y'all have anyone who's been around here for a while? I put a 2.5 pound bag for, I don't know. Let's call it 30 on a short. Nobody wanted it. So a week later, I did it like this. I'll buy it now at $1. And I made triple that amount. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on? These are really nice rhinestones. They are not discolored. The computer is not focusing well. They hang individually and articulate. I have no idea the age on these. You see the simplistic back and then the jump rings, and each one is hanging individually like that. These are really nice. 5. Boom. Pamela. See, now this is something I would usually sell. I think last week I was asking, I don't know, 10. Thank you, Pamela. Boom. Sold to Pamela. Last week I was asking 10 and no one wanted it. You just never know what's going on. I do know that the economy is going on. And I do know that I still need to pay my bills and I still have a business to run. Got to keep going. There you go. Sold to Pamela at $5. Okay, this set here, we will remove that. We will quickly put up that. We will get rid of that. Moving on. Buy it now. This is a nice set. I don't get it. Let me put faux. Let me make sure to say that. How are you, Pamela? Medium. Yeah. Medium flat rate. Yeah. It's a much bigger, like, box, you know, as opposed to the little jewelry shipper things. And then there's the envelopes. There's several different types of that. So this comes in an old vintagey pleather looking box. I do believe made in China, though. It's probably something that you picked up at like a CVS or wherever. This is a beautiful faux pearl on a really nice chain. Can't remember if it's sterling or not. It's on a slider with rhinestone post earrings and the rhinestone up here. This is the back of the pearl. Look how nicely they did the riveted construction. It's a very nice piece. And here's the chain. Might be sterling. If it's not sterling, I don't see where it says so on there. If it's not sterling, it's plated, and it is about 16 inches. 16 inches. Yeah. Right? Oh, yeah. And I mean, I don't even consider this junk. This is not junk. None of the items I've shown are junk. It's just not, it's either not selling or it's not what I want to be known for as selling. One or the other. One or the other. Okay. This is a buy it now choice of $5. Okay. Love you, Millie. Yeah. No problem, honey. And I'm going to get back to you about your question. Probably tomorrow. These are costume jewelry rings. I love this. They are acrylic. Well, I don't know about that. I can't imagine this is really tiger's eye, but it's cool to the touch and stays cool. But see that? It's got to be some dyed stone. It is adjustable. And this one with this beautiful coloring reminds me of Murano glass. It too is adjustable. Yeah, I will answer you later, Millie, because I'm interested, potentially. This one is at a 6.5 and can be adjusted into about a 5 and out to a 7. That is this one. I'll show them on my fingers in a second. And this one is at a 6.25 and has never been adjusted. So it's a 6.25 or up to, again, probably a 7. Bye, Melly. Love you. I love these. I particularly love this one. And I have a lot of these. These can go right back into with my costume jewelry rings. I just thought I'd throw them in. Okay. So they're going right over here to go back. I'm not going to do recaps. So if you come in late, go back to the beginning and look what you missed and drop it in the chat. I promise I'm not offloading junk. I'm just offloading what doesn't work for me. And now these have a little bit of damage, or they would not even be, they've never been up for sale. No one's ever seen these before. They're really old, listener. Says listener right on the back. These are older than the 50s. This is old, listener. By the 50s, listener was getting really into thermostat and others items. These are beautiful. Hopefully my camera's going to adjust. Beautiful. Oh, they're light pink. I hope that's showing. Green, and then they have the stamens. Very detailed. There's a little paint wear, although it's hard to tell if that's paint wear or they just missed the spot. I'm not sure. There was never anything in there. It may be that all of these, and I played with these, you can close these. They're really long. You can gently push those in if you want. And I thought, if nothing else, someone could come up with something really cool to do with these, like your shirt, right? Your hair on barrettes. See how much green this one has? So I've never seen another pair of listener like this. Look them up. Look them up and get back to me. Good Lordy. If we're at a point where I can't even do a buy it now clearance, I may have to rethink what business I'm in. I'm not, I'm always going to do costume. I'm not going to go to only sterling. There's so many people out there that only do sterling and only do native and only do, and that's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm doing higher quality costume that turns me on, and sterling, gold filled, and semi-precious, all of it. I'm never going to do only one or the other. And for those people who leave, I have a whole basket of things that are all different. So sorry you left. You can always come rewatch. Buy it now, 5. This is the back. I 90s. Because of the chain, I don't think it's earlier than that, but maybe. I like this. To me, I mean, it's made in the style of Art Deco, right? I think they did a really nice job of it. Here's where it connects. Then it has the 2 chains. See, and the 2 chains are that black color chain. And this is silver tone, which is why I'm dating it to more like the 90s. Three-inch extender. And it's really, really pretty. Look at that. It is going to fall right here about 18 inches without the extender. And let's just find out. The rhinestones are acrylic. And then this is metal. This is not little white rhinestone chips. And it looks hammered. See how they even went to the trouble to make it look hammered? To make it look very artistic? Yeah. 100% Heidi. And this hangs about 4 inches. It's a nice piece. This is something I would wear. Yep. Okay, so this did not have a bag. Okay, that's fine. It's a couple pieces that didn't. Woo! It's hot in here. Hot in here. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah, so Heidi, you can be slow, honey. Don't worry about it. I'm moving very fast, and I'm going to pay for it later. I don't pay attention to Instagram very much. That's the thing that people need to know. I have an Instagram account. There's no reason to close it, but I don't pay. I don't go over there. I did when I first started my business. I promoted my business on Instagram every week, several times a week, because that's what I was told to do. So I did. But I have to say, I never really had people coming over from Instagram to YouTube. Instagram has its own live sales and its own thing. So I could have tried to establish myself selling on Instagram, but I mean, I can only sell in so many places, right? So this is a pendant. How modern, how not, I have no idea. This is the back. I mean, I wouldn't say it's super old, but I really don't know how old. It is not a memorial. I read that to make sure about that before I got it. There are roses on top. They're kind of like a cream color and a little 3D, and it says, "To my wonderful mom, if I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I would use my last breath to tell you I love you." And Deborah has bought it. Yeah, 100%. Deborah, I saw this and I thought of my mom and I thought, would I use my last breath? And it made me sad, and I actually think that almost anyone on this planet I would consider my last breath, to save them and not think about myself. But yeah, that was a hard one for me. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother. That's not what I'm saying. My mom is gone. I love my mother. She is no longer with us. I love my mother. That's not what I'm saying. But families are complicated. Families are complicated. Yeah, that stuff has been up for me lately. Don't ask me why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 or 10 of these little guys. Buy it now. Whoops. $43. Fishies. These are vintage fishy. I think they're buttons. Or maybe they're beads. They are an acrylic. My daughter bought them in the late 90s. You're welcome. My daughter bought them in the late 90s when we were doing all kinds of jewelry. And okay, there you go. I am repairing jewelry and I am making old jewelry into better, newer, or old pieces into brand new stuff. But these little plastic fishy, the 10 of them, I couldn't think what I would do with them. Excuse my nails. I can't stay on top of everything right now. And there's about 10 of them in this bag. And I just thought someone can do something with these fish. I don't need to hoard them. They're acrylic. They're acrylic. I don't need to hoard them. I mean, could make earrings. I don't know. A kid could make a necklace. You could make a bracelet. I don't know, but I cannot. I can't hoard the fishies. I have a huge tub of vintage, mostly glass, but some plastic, and a lot of bubblegum charms. Fishies. Miss Deborah, you put B. You mean 3. B3. Bingo. B3. You know what? I like bingo. If I could sit in chairs, so I went to our village event. Thank you, Deborah. I went to our village. It's a movement across the United States, everyone. Event, because there was stuff I needed to say. And it's one of those, it's also the senior center where they, make and cook and give very inexpensive, huge meals twice a week. And it's a place where they have the kind of like old event chairs, the metal with just a little bit of padding that you can stack and move with a dolly out of the way. And they're probably 30, 40 years old. And they're so uncomfortable. And I'm just thinking, my God, what in the world are people doing who... Deborah needs a bag. What in the world are people doing that are seniors who have to sit in these chairs on a regular basis? There's nothing for their back. There's nothing to support their legs. It's like, come on. I'd like to start a fundraiser to get new chairs. Yeah. Aha. There you go. I've been gathering up random things because it doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm still gathering the random things. I thought I had done all that before I started, but apparently I failed miserably. Oh, a chess move. That reminds me of, that's not Inventing Anna. That's that other series with the chess whiz, but it's the same girl who plays it. Um, I think it's no, it's not. It's a different lady. Anyway, that's a great, the chess champions. Oh my gosh, it is a good community. We have a food bank. We have a little pantry now. It's a tiny community, but it's pretty damn supportive. And the village movement is across the United States. Look it up. It started in New York, I think in the late 70s. So these are just, enameled but modern little starfish earrings on wire, gold wire. They're gold tone. I think they're great. I think they're wonderful for the summer. I love that they have all the colors of the rainbow. So they're just fun and sparkly. They match everything. I mean, you instantly know you're looking at starfish for the beach. Yeah, $3. Okay, like I said, I don't know. I mean, one of the things about jewelry jars is that I look at things like jewelry jars on eBay. And it used to be that you could find some pretty cool stuff in jewelry jars. Nowadays, it's mostly would be from what I see, stuff that nobody wants. And if you find a item that's really cool, I think you're very fortunate. Instant happy vibes, Heidi, exactly. And thrift stores and all that don't sell them anymore. So it's almost like a way to, offload crafting, offload like real serious, just junk. Uh, and they're not cheap. And so, I don't want to do that. So this is just a silver tone cuff. But if you can't afford the real thing, there's nothing wrong with it. It goes right over my wrist without doing any bending of any kind. This could be closed a little tighter. I don't think it's ever been worn. It may have been a Claire's like $12 item. You could make it a little smaller. I'm a 7.25. Yeah, jewelry art. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with broken pieces. It's just that I don't know. I was talking about opening a eBay store for a while. I mean, I have an eBay store, but I was talking about listing on eBay, and now I've applied to sell on Vamp, Virtual Antique Marketplace. So I'm waiting for a response from that. Um, that's a 10% fee, but I think that's actually a little bit less than eBay. Fees have gone up, and so now this, the only reason why this, which you all have never seen before, is a buy it now of $6, is because it needs more polishing. The liquid silver. needs more polishing, and I'm not willing to do it. Heidi, we have no jewelry bags nor jars in Belgium. Wow. It's very interesting. The culture in America and in Europe, or at least in Belgium, and what people sell is very different. So at the bottom here, you have this very old, and it's brighter orange than that. See back here? Now I just turned pink. It is small pieces of branch coral, so it doesn't have the whole branch. It's, the beginning, if you will. Or pieces of, like you can see this piece had 2 pieces that went off from it. It's probably a little enhanced. Then it has these tiny Heshy seed beads. And this is liquid silver. So this is a sterling silver beads. Very, very thin and hollow. But see the tarnish? I did spend 5 minutes with a basic polishing cloth. This was all brown, and I got a lot of it off. I'm just not willing to do that. And what I would do, it's a barrel clasp. It is short. Deborah's bought it. It's going to be, like this. Or you could take it apart. And what I would do literally is either take it apart and put these in cleaner, like baking soda or, whatever. Or just take like this and put it inside, but don't put the coral in, for God's sake, in those, sonic cleaners. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. Whoa. Thank you, Deborah. It's got a lot of brown. So you might want to try to clean it a little bit. I love this beautiful old branch coral pieces. And I mean, yeah, you could take it apart. I considered that. I considered taking it apart and turning it into something else. But I have a lot of projects going on right now in terms of jewelry, and not going to happen. Hi, Ducky. How's it going? I'm doing a fast as I can. Buy it now clearance of things that, but they've been sitting around too long. They're not exactly my groove anymore. Whatever, but all vintage. Heidi, honey, did you respond to me about the thermostat? Oh, if it's 92 or 93 here in this inland valley, that the ocean, if you could get straight over there, is only 30 miles away at the most, it has to be roasting up there. Thank you, Heidi. It has to be absolutely roasting up there. I mean, seriously, it's early. It's usually August, end of August, September, October, where, you can barely sleep with the thinnest of blankets. We've been here for a while. Yeah, the poor plants, I know. My plants, I teach them after they're established. I teach them to basically be dry watered. And so I only water unless it's over 100 every other day. And I water just enough. I do have limited water, but I teach them, to be almost dry watered. So then you don't want to make the mistake, if you do that though, of all of a sudden being like, oh my God, it's so hot, and water like, 3 times as much. Because then if you grow tomatoes, for instance, they split right open. They do. They deserve the care. Yep. We live with Mother Nature, right? And if we're going to plant plants, then we need to take care of them. Succulents, yeah. Yep. I have some succulents, and they barely need anything from me. I have to be extraordinarily careful what I plant because I've got deers and bears and skunks, and they all like vegetables and flowers. I'm getting a bird fountain. We put out a plastic container, and the birds are just drinking on a regular basis. So this is tiger's eye. It is not, so here's the deal. It's clearly tiger's eye. It is not acrylic, but it does have like a clear coat over it, so you can't feel the coolness and then see the back. And I could be totally out of my mind because that happens to me. And it's just acrylic, but I don't think so. Tiger's eye, just as a heads up. See, yeah, it's covered in a clear coat, so it just feels hot. Tiger's eye is a beautiful, beautiful stone. It's on this bale. It could go on a torque. And the chain with the extender is about 16 inches. Otherwise, it would be a shorty up here without the extender. Tiger's eye is a beautiful stone, and it's a valuable stone to those who love it. But it also depends on the cut and the chatoyance, right? The shine. So when I invest in tiger's eye, this piece is fine. This piece is perfectly fine. But if I'm going to invest a lot of money in a tiger's eye piece, then it is something that has that unique, just beautiful, grab you, right? So I don't do recaps, anyone that is here or lurking or watching. So if you come in late and you decide you want to look at something, go back, put your speed on, and go through and drop in the chat what you're interested in, because I'm not going to recap this, and I'm not ever bringing any of this back. Oh, yeah. I would like to plant bushes. I would like princess flowers. I would like fuchsia. I would like so many things, but the deer would eat them. And the only way to stop that would be either having an 8 to 10 foot high fence all the way around the whole, everywhere that they are, or cages around a bush. That's ugly. Or electric fencing. Not happening. So this is a very interesting piece, okay? I have quite a few different ones. These are faux pearls. It is a shield crown. Looks like a griffin and a lion, right? And then, is that even in English? Providentis more. I don't know. So the Ducky. So These are, some are made in Europe. These are taken from the art and the shield and the royalty of Europe. You can see, actually, I think that's two griffins or gargoyles. And it's very large. I think it would be good on a necklace or right here on a shirt. This was a very common, popular jewelry line for men and women in this type of design. Well, God, for centuries in Europe, but in America for the last 100 or more years. So, yeah, $3. Yep. Where'd the bag go? Wild turkeys. They actually, I have packs of 20 or more during mating season, and then they separate off into their little family groups. They are very noisy, and they fly away ASAP if you come near them. And they can fly up into treetops really well. I mean, they're like whoop, way up high. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And I have gentlemen's ones as well. So, see, that's the thing. That's the ladies, but this is men. And it just harkens back to royalty. I have one in here. These all came from a lot. That I think has art on the back, which is a good, really? Oh, well, mine live in the wild and they are not, they are not quiet. You know they're out there. So, see, this is 1960s. I mean, these are vintage. Yeah, comes through. And then it's just like a red enameled with gold. I don't know. I'm sure this actually has a meaning. But it's like a European meaning. And it harkens back to, like metals and all that. And it's big. It's a great pin. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's, 40, 60 years old. There you go. Cross of bravery. Heidi, if that's, I don't know. It is about 2.5 inches in diameter. And it's got beautiful burnished gold, like almost flecked metal with that inset kind of enamel look. It's really nice. Maltese cross. There you go. $3. Maltese cross. It's really nice. Hi, George. $3. Huge. It's a great one. It would be nice on the end of a necklace. It would be, on a hat. George. Hi, George. Well, my goodness me. You might have missed, or maybe not yet. They might be coming up. Brooches that you're always looking for. Wow. Good call coming in. How have you been, George? Let me get that information sold to George. How have you been, George? Maybe you lurk, but I haven't seen you except not even in other chats, here and there, but not too often. So you doing okay, sir? My friend? George has been around. I've known George. You've been lurking, yeah. I've known you. My is amazing for a man. Yes, George, did you see the double griffin? It has pearls, but did you see it? Were you lurking and saw it? Where did it go? And I'll show the others. I mean, one at a time, but did you see the double griffins for $3 with the crown and shield? There are words. It does have these pearls hanging off the bottom, but you could take these off. It is in the bag. I know. I don't know. You might have been here. I don't know. Good Lord. Okay. Ooh. George. Oh, you have a channel? George, I didn't even know that. I have to turn my fan up still. That's as high as it goes. For $3, yes, George, for $3. I did not know. It's $3. I didn't know you had a channel showing your artwork. I feel left out. Griffins for $3. Yes, sir. And you could leave the pearls on or take them off. Man, I feel like I'm just blowing around hot air. Okay, let's go into George. George, I really did not know that you had a channel. I feel ripped off. I need to go, you're subbed? How am I so out of the loop on this? George, I'm going to go subscribe to your channel because I have to invoice after this done. God willing, the creek don't rise and my back doesn't stop me. I'm going to go check out your stuff, do a split screen and look at your stuff while I'm invoicing. Not this sale per se, but yeah. Wow. Okay, George and George. How hot is it where you are, George? Yes. George can't share his link because he's not a mod. Yeah. And Heidi does art. Heidi, your picture's almost done flattening. That is one of my projects. 93. It's about 93 here. And humid today. Yuck. Okay. This is a double brooch situation. It just happens to be what I just pulled. It was not intentional. And it is a buy it now for $4. They are both more modern. Well, actually, I don't know that about the unicorn. I don't know that. I can't say that about the unicorn. It's not super, super old, and it's not a brooch. My apologies. This is for a necklace, for a chain. It is a gold unicorn. It looks like new old stock. It is not very big. Probably about an inch. And it comes with, I thought it was a brooch when I threw it in there. This, which is most likely a Temu brooch. I think it's a cat. Maybe it's a Pepe Le Pew. I think the stones on it are really nice. I think it's fun. I do believe it's actually stones. Might be acrylic. Wow, George. Well, I need to come check that out. And it is a brooch. He, she, skunk, cat is a brooch. So both of those for $4. And I'm sorry, one is a pendant unicorn and one is a cat brooch. My mistake. My goodness me. Yeah, I want to see all that art. You found George's channel. George, is the name of your channel your name? Are you selling? Are you selling your art, or do you just make the art? George. See, George, now you're sorry. Now you're sorry you're not lurking anymore. I'm like grilling you to death, right? Sorry. Ah, well, it's a fun hobby. I mean, you could have much worse hobbies. Much worse. I'd say that's a great hobby. Heidi, you absolutely should. I actually need to find, there is one tiny group with a couple people, but I want to find and or create my own group where we craft together. And I would be crafting, but mostly repairing. I just need the people to hang out with so that I actually do it, because with all my body stuff and then, you know, 3 sales a week and dealing in this, it's hard to feel motivated to repair stuff, but I have some beautiful things to repair. I just want a group to do that with. This is a lovely, I think it's 8 chains and a gold tone, very Egyptian-like necklace, half moon bar necklace, and it is made by, oh good Lord, the C with the rhinestone is, oh no, I knew this when I brought it up last time. I absolutely knew this. Hold on. Oh, Charming Charlie. Yes. There you go, Heidi. It's a Charming Charlie piece. So it's probably around $20 new. And you can make it as short as this, or you can make it longer. So this is coming down to about 19. This is up here at about 15, and it could be longer. Charming Charlie. Yay, $5. It's a really nice piece. And it, like I said, it can be very long. It could go way down here. I just prefer it up higher. Your choice. And then the chains would hang down like the back of your neck with a lower cut shirt. Yeah, sexy. $5. God, Ducky, do you live in a complex or in a house that has a swimming pool? I would have a swimming pool or something like that up here. But even getting a bird bath fountain is going to attract the bears. Oh, yeah. Okay, this item, I cannot tell you all. Yes. Thank God. I would be in there all the time in the summer. I grew up in Davis. Oh, brutal. And then went back to university. There. I am selling this for a buy it now. This is vintage. This is worth so much more. But no one wants to buy it. So here's your last chance. I don't know who made it. I could never find the information. Oh man. Yes. Well, I've got water out there for the birds, but it's in a hot plastic container, so they're drinking plastic. I don't like that. So I'm going to get an expensive, I'm going to support my local farm supply, which means that it's going to be a very expensive water fountain with an electric pump, but it's got to be turned off at night. And all the animals are going to be like the deers, the bears. If it creates a scenario wherein predators start stalking other animals or coming to kill the birds, then I don't know what I'll do. So look at this. This is wrapped hollow silver mesh. This is beautiful with these kind of like acorn caps. Comes down to here with another acorn cap and twisted hollow down to a point mesh. And this is on both sides because that's right where the mesh twists. Let's see if this can catch up for a second. Here is the chain. Here is the shepherd's hook. This is here is that. This is a screaming deal. I really, it's not my style of dressing. I would not let go of it. I've had this for 30 years because I used to sell on eBay when they first started for a long time. A lot of, so Whiting and Davis made jewelry like this in the 60s. But I cannot find this piece. It's possible, but doubtful that it's Whiting and Davis. What? Oh, George. I had no idea. I didn't move my price over and then. Oh my God. I can't believe it. George, I'm not paying attention. I think I liked it so much or something. I was not paying attention. Sold to George. Oh my Lord. Why are these people calling me? Sold to George, Happy Ducky says. George, this I literally have been asking for years, like $25, $30. And I think last week I asked maybe $20. So $6. Goodbye. I love this. I'm going to have a hard time letting it go. But it needs to go. It's not, I can't, what is it going to sit in my cabinet with all my, thousands of pieces of jewelry forever? No, that is not my style. I can't deal with that. So when I sold on eBay, I maybe had, just jewelry, 100 pieces at a time. That was in its early days. Then when I started YouTube, jewelry, maybe 100 pieces. Now I'm so beyond that. It's like, I can't. I can't. No, I can't. Okay, let's do something entirely different. Just in case there's people out there who are like, where's some different stuff? Where's some different stuff? I love that. And everyone else loved that blue head back there. I can only presume it was meant for like hats in a store as a display. But maybe it's just a blue head. I don't know. Thank you, George. Sorry I wasn't paying attention. Definitely, or most likely a 1970s piece. Maybe 60s, but I'm going to say 70s. Macrame on very strong cord, wooden beads. That does look like, hold on. Yeah. So that's a little fray, but it's not affecting the integrity of any of it. See right there? Might have even been where they screwed up and had to start over. You could just push that down with Gorilla Glue on the back. No one's going to know. And then it has an abalone toggle. Yep, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Great summer piece. $3. $3. You could even, if you don't like the macrame stuff, cut this off and turn this into a brooch. Get a brooch back. Put it on some kind of jump ring scenario. Put it on a chain, whatever you want. Totally ducky, very cute boho. I think it is. I love stuff like this. I don't know, but I love a lot of things. So what are you gonna do? At least I'm not a hater. Ring a ding ding. What ring? What ring a ding ding? Oh, you could make the shell into a ring. Yes, you could. Or a barrette in your hair for $3. Think out the box. Just like if you were buying a craft lot, right? Yep. I'm with all of you. Okay. This entire bag right here. This entire bag. And I feel like, George, you are here. I feel like it's vaguely possible that you wanted to buy this a long time ago, or someone did. Maybe it was someone else, and I don't think it was you. It was someone else, and I had to unpack their box because I never got their info. But I threw a bunch of stuff in here. So the entire bag is going to be $6. Possibilities. Yep. Possibilities. A lot of people don't want possibilities. They want ready to go, ready to wear. The chain is already there. They want the whole schmo. They're not crafty. They don't want to think about it. And I don't blame them. I get it. Hey, I showed this, so what happened to you? All right. So there's a pair of these more modern rhinestone pierced back earrings. More modern as in likely Claire's. And I did just notice two things. One, the middle rhinestone is very good quality. These are inset and whatever, but there is one missing. And then we have, hold on, gold bag. Then we have clip-on in red and gold. Button. I call these button earrings. Then we have these pierced. These were probably, they don't say it, but I think the heart might. Foil look, enamel look, raised red heart earrings. I think the heart, does it say Avon? Come on. It says something. I can't read it right now. Sold to George. Okay, and George, there's also this brooch that is really freaking cool and huge and matches the earrings. So that is an outstanding deal. And it is signed. That's an outstanding deal, George. George, yay. You buy broken jewelry? Well, anything I don't wind up using in my repairs, George, I'll hit you up. Yeah, I mean, like that one little tiny stone missing, if these were the style that I sell, they'd be over in my to be repaired with rhinestones section. Yep. It's just that I have so much, and with all my physical stuff, thank you, George. I don't have time for all that. I wish I did. I wish I was more energetic. I thought I would be at this age. I mean, I thought after my father passed that I was going to do all kinds of stuff. Well, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. Maybe it will later. I'm still thinking water. I'm still thinking and hoping that, like, middle of September, I could rent a tiny little RV thing and be driven just, I don't know, up the coast. I don't know if I could sit in a car for even 3 hours. Like, seriously, I'm not kidding. I can't sit in one for an hour. So, okay, let's see. This is really, really cool. I don't know if it's really old. Yeah, there you go, Heidi. Yes, it does. It's exhausting. I know you've been going through that. This is, I don't know if it's old, meant to look old. My feeling about this piece is that the bottom may actually really be old and a Taurus piece. And then the top keychain part, thank you, Deborah. The top keychain part is like 90s. See how shiny it is? But the bottom is not the same metal at all. I'll show you the back. It's got all the, here's a shield, here's the, the tower on the bridge, here's the Eiffel Tower, here's, I don't know what that is over there actually. That, I don't know what that is. It says Paris. It's 3D. It's very thick. Here's the back. It looks like copper over brass or brass over copper. I'm not sure. But look at the, right there, the top, the way that is, it almost looks like this came off of an older bracelet with the way that's kind of a square loop. And it's heavy. It's pretty dang interesting. It's about 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches. There's a parade in the city. I want to go. Yeah, I know that one too. Resting up. So think about this one, because if it doesn't sell, I'm actually going to take it off of this and keep this and maybe do something with it. This is the only piece that I would be keeping. because I think it's older. Yeah, I try to do that as well, Heidi. And sometimes I'm very successful at it, and other times it just does not work out. Okay. This is this is not supposed to be in here. Unless, hold on. Was this a part of that? Yeah, I'll throw this in with something else. Maybe with those. This is oh my good Lord. God, it's so hot. The fan is doing nothing. It's going to be hot tonight. Betsy Johnson. There you go. BJ. Betsy Johnson necklace. That took a lot. Yeah. It's really, today is hot. And it was not supposed to be like this. I think there's a cloud cover. That's all I can think of. But it's last night. You know it's going to be hot when you cannot. I mean, it's like over 100 years old from my family quilt. And it is like paper thin. And I could only put it on barely half my body. And I was still just like sweating to death. I'm like, what the heck is. So, yeah, no surprise that it's hot today. So here, this is definitely a vintage Betsy Johnson. I don't know a lot about Betsy Johnson. A little, just enough, probably not even enough to be dangerous. That got a tangle in its loop, easy to undo. It's about 2 inches. It is a copper colored chain, but as to whether or not it's copper, I don't know. Sorry. Down here at the bottom, I think this, whoops, sorry, let's get this from stopping doing that. I think let's just look at her alone. I think this little like owl girl or whatever she is with this enameled face, I think that's supposed to be like a bird girl, right? And she's articulated, is so cool. I think she has little, they're probably acrylic rhinestone eyes. And then there's this little, same thing, but a rose. Here's the back. And then just a little pink, or maybe it's clear, rhinestone. Oh, and coolest of all to me, this is pink. Or is it clear and pink? Hold on. Because the copper is picking up colors. I think it's clear. I think it's a little clear, kind of like half dome. So 78, yeah. So that's a whole bunch of little pieces. And it usually hangs correctly. I'm not sure, of course, when I'm showing it, it doesn't want to show correctly. It reminds me of something for a younger kid. It is without the extender. It's going to be about 18 inches. And why $4? I think that's a reasonable price. So please, and more water. Please and thank you if you've just come in. I'm not going to do a recap. Maybe at the last minute, I'll pour everything into a bag, maybe, and offer it up for one much larger price, but I'm not sure. So if you think there's something you might be interested in that you missed because my prices are like dirt cheap, go take a look-see. Okay, this is 2 pairs of wood earrings. Yeah, it's just fun. I don't know. Betsy Johnson, like I say, I don't know a lot about her, but that's a fun piece. And as you can tell, I don't actually have that much that is even hitting the $6 mark. So, oh, this has 3 pairs of earrings in it. I guess I threw in the other pair for free. Okay. So it has this pair. These are wood. Very lightweight. And the purple has little green spots going around. Earring wires. Nice, lightweight. Probably like a balsam or something. There is 2, obviously. Hi, Sparkly. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. Who are you? How are you? Sorry, it's hot here and I'm being fibro flaring, if you know what that is, fibromyalgia. So, sorry. Welcome in. How are you? I think these are really fun. And these are almost like a spongy wood, if that makes any sense. They're more like super light pumice feeling to me. Pair of earrings. All of this comes together for $3. These match my shirt. I know I've got earrings on, but. And then I threw these in, apparently, just for the heck of it. Gina. Hi, Gina. I hope I remember that. I may not unless you come in for a while. I tend to remember people's YouTube name, but and I tend to call people in my sales by their YouTube name because some people want that privacy. So unless I know that they don't mind or they've given their real name in the first place, I tend to stick to that, except when I bill you, of course. And these are lever back. That is acrylic, and I do not believe those are. So if you wanted to part them. So you get 3 pairs of earrings for $3, not 2. There's 1 that are wood, 1 that almost feel like pumice, and then these little gold faux ones. That's $1 a pair. I don't think you can beat that. And I think they're very light and summery colors. These two. Oh, excellent. Okay. So you have a channel. Good to know. What do you sell on your channel? Apparently, Darby knows you. Sorry, because she knew that your name was Gina Jewelry. Well, there you go. With a name like Sparkly, I kind of thought that. I'll have to check you out. I'll have to come check your channel. Buy it now. You do unboxing and design. Yeah, excellent. I don't do unboxings. I used to do a lot of things, and everyone finds their jam. You know what I mean? Everyone finds like what they love to do, how their channel is going to set up and work best for them. And yeah, and that's what's so great about my huge circle of friends, not only all of you in the chat, but other resellers. I mean, we all have room here. We all have our own unique spin, and it's so cool. I love it. I love it. I mean, there was room for me when I started, and there still is. So this is a more modern, but I thought it was really pretty and really fun. And, it looks brand new. So, but you can see, I mean, more modern, like that's tipped over to the side. So, George, if this was a piece you wanted to take apart, it would be a good piece. That is definitely acrylic. It's all acrylic. Here's the back. It's still just really pretty. And it's about 2 inches by 2 inches. And it catches the light, even though it's acrylic. The green catches the light really well. And then it has the light aqua. And then I threw in, doesn't match. That is not a stone. That is acrylic, but it changes in the light just a little. And it is a slide. It's also like 2000s. It would look good on a torque. Yeah, it's acrylic. And it too is, without that part, about 1 inch in diameter. 5. Boom. Yep. I thought you might like this piece, George. And this, maybe you can take, I bet you could take that out of there. I don't know, but it's yours now, George. I should go on to my secondary device and put George's channel in, yeah. And Sparkly, once I get to know you better, I would be dropping your link as well. So, yeah, thank you, George. I tend to, once I get to know you and you've been around for a while, then if I have a mod in here that can find your channel, I'll have them drop it. But I wait until I know you better and I see what you're doing and I feel safe in recommending you. It doesn't take that long, but still a good idea, right? To wait until you feel safe. Yeah, thank you, George. They are. Thank you, George. I think they're great prices. It's just like I say, what I usually sell. What I usually sell is higher end vintage costume, enameled Murano. I'm getting into sterling silver. I've got the huge Swarovski 1980 earrings. Totally different. Yeah. Well, not me feel safe, but me just like, being able to recommend you and saying, hey, this is a freaking awesome new channel. Go check it out. Yeah. I can tell you, I had to earn my dues. I had a group of people that, I started out, I sold household, I sold antiques, household, I sold everything, including jewelry. And I had to get in with those people and be trusted by them. And I did. And then once I switched to only custom jewelry, which I did in the 70s, and then when eBay started, it took a long time for some of the big resellers to recommend to me. I'm talking some of them, it took almost a year. They were like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. Up to feed Xena? Go feed Xena. That sounds great, Deborah. Stay cool out there. I am more than halfway through this basket. It's so hot. Buy it now, $3. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. So I have fibromyalgia and it's really hot here. So I don't. Sometimes the things coming out of my mouth versus what I mean to say are very different. So thank you for tolerating what I'm saying, sparklies. Made in Thailand. That's all I know about this piece. Except that it's a brooch. And it's interesting. I don't feel like it's super old. It harkens back to being like a bar pin or a scarf pin. Yep. It's an interesting piece. It's again, it's just not in my wheelhouse. Thank you, Sparkly. You know, it's one of those things, insert foot. Didn't mean it. And I'm rushing to try to get through this whole basket when it's really hot. And that's never like a super great idea. Used to say, go to bed, Mom. And you knew your grammar was gibberish then. Totally get it. Okay, George. Okay. Oh, I won't have another clearance sale next week, George. This is it. So you should mark where we're at. We're at 1 hour and 47 minutes. And at the end, though, I'm going to offer everything up in a bag. So, but thank you, George. Take care of yourself. It was really nice seeing you. And I'm happy to know that you have a channel. I'm definitely going to check it out. And I'm all deco. I really like this piece. Definitely an 80s. I think it's really, really well made. I have shown it 3 times and I don't know. This is something in my lower end vintage, which I still will always keep this in stock for everyone. It's not like I'm not going to have it. There's just going to be a certain twist. So the stuff that doesn't quite fit in that won't be coming anymore. But this does fit that. And you see how well it's made? Bye, Sparkly. No problem. I hope I didn't run you off by running my mouth. I apologize. Have a good evening. So this is a really nice color item, and each piece is articulated. Here's the back. It's really well done. And I think 80s. And it's going to be a collar about like that. $4. Pamela. Boom. Pamela's still here. Let me put this in the bag, Pamela. back in the bag. You take things out of the bag, you put it back in the bag, you take it in. Your arms get really tired as a reseller. It's amazing. Because we have to set up the wholesale, and I go ahead and put 3 days worth in my basket, and then kind of know what I'm going to pull and decide what sales I'm going to have each day. And but I have to pull it out of the stash and load it up and kind of match it up, and then every time I show something, take it out of the bag, put it back in the bag, and then you have to put it away. And then now I'm doing short every week where I'm just showing examples. It's not examples, so I'm showing some of the items that I'm selling on the days where I'm not doing something like this, which won't be again for a long time, hopefully. But it's, yeah, and your arms get tired. This is Pamela. This is Pamela. Okay, Pamela, now you need a real bag. Oh, and I didn't ask George. Shoot. I didn't ask George. I have his email. I'll email him. Because I'm going to ask at the end if people want this, because I do 2-week Build-A-Box. If people want this to be shipped separately, even though up to a pound costs the same, or if you want it to be included in your 2-week Build-A-Box, because some people might not want to come back. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, look at this. Yes, Heidi. So I have a frozen shoulder. I have my 1/2 inch lower in my spine, a curve since I was born. And whenever I do actual, all of that type of stuff, I would have to really be able to push through and deal with the pain. And now I have to go over it's a whole thing. We'll talk about it one day. I will say this. I do use my body. I don't push it until I'm in outrageous pain, because a physical therapist would tell you not to do that. So I don't do that. But I still lift a little, carry, stand, walk up and down my stairs, walk around my house in the morning slowly with my dog on the days I can, whatever I can, because if you don't use it at all, you're going to lose it. So it's a very fine line. So this is likely, it goes on a necklace or a torque. It's twisted. It's a beautiful glass. I don't know if inside is actually black glass or like painted or enameled and fired in there, just like the this is inside the Fritz. I don't know, and I cannot guarantee that it's Murano, only because China started replicating some of the glass. So I don't know, but what I do know is that it's really cool. And for $6, it's a steal. No matter who it made it and where they made it is irrelevant. And this torque is a little tight on me, but imagine it on a torque that's about like that. pretty nice. Hi, Chew. How are you? And it's thick and well made. Oh, yeah. Yes, you did, Heidi. Yes, you did. So I've had this for a long time. I will drop this piece to buy it now for $3 right now. $3. And I talked about putting everything together in a big bag, but I don't, yeah. But I don't know for sure that I'm going to do that. I might put everything, and I probably will, in a big bag and do a drop sale of buy all of this for such and such a price. So don't wait and not buy it because you think you're going to be able to buy it for, $1 at the end. That's not. I'm going to do a, to be fair to everyone who wants this stuff, because there's tons of people who sell this type of item and they make a good living on it and they buy it and they list it on eBay. I am going to do a drop sale with the bag of it. I have reseller friends who would buy it, and then there's several pieces that they would probably, I don't know what they wouldn't want, but there would be several pieces they do want. So this is, I love this. I love this. I've had it too long, or it would not be going in this sale. These are dolphins. There's my computer. Different color of abalone, dyed abalone. I think it's dyed because that's blue. And that's pinkish blue. And they're, I don't think this is a 1970s. That one's pretty white. I don't think this is a 1970s seashell pickup at the beach here in America piece. I think it's more like 80s or 90s, but it's really sweet. It's very lightweight. And maybe they're not dolphins. Maybe they're just fishies. I think these are just fishies. Each one is slightly different colored because it's dyed. Some of it's natural, but some of it's dyed abalone. It does have a box closure clasp. It's a really nice piece. It's super lightweight. It would be gorgeous for you as an adult if you don't like. Oh, I wonder if it's acrylic. Hold on. You know what? It has such a heavy clear coat. It's gorgeous. It has such a heavy clear coat on it. See how thick that is? That I suspect it's still real abalone in there, but it's a super thin slice. So I'm going to drop this right now to $3 because of that. Such a super thin slice. It's a box closure, and it would just fit me at a 7.25. I would prefer that this was on a 6.75 wrist, maybe even 6.5. So it dropped down to like here. It had movement. $3. If anyone's interested, put in 3. I don't do recaps. Put in 3. And if anyone goes through, and thank you for helping me, Heidi. And also, Deborah helped a lot. Hello. Quick hello. Well, quick hello to you. If anyone goes back to the beginning and sees something they're interested in, drop it in, because none of this is coming back. It's going to, when I'm done, it's going elsewhere. I hope you're doing well, Mr. E.L. Page. Okay, this is going to be I still do have, I'm going as fast as I can, but I'm getting through this basket because tomorrow I have to invoice, and this has got to get out of my life. Buy it now for 3. Wings. So you would want to go back to the beginning and roll through. You're not really going to miss much if you do that, and you'll see what you missed anyway. And you might find some items you like, because this is the last time they're ever going to be shown. A large and a small wing. Angel wings, right? On a toggle copper colored bracelet. It might be copper over brass. I am unsure. And I would say this represents mom and a child. Right? That's what I think. And the toggle goes where the wings are. And it's a tiny bit tight on my 7.25. So again, I would like to see this at a 6.5. It's a nice bracelet. It's well made. $3. Okay. Okay, dokie. Rolling. This is a whole bag here. Three necklaces. The yellowish artsy earrings. Heidi. Heidi, were they in my short that I put out? This is a steal. So yes. Okay. So the items in that short are coming Thursday and Friday. So you have not missed them. They're not included in this buy it now. This is a totally separate deal. So this is a 1970s. People would probably, with some wood, the black in there, and some silver right there, I would put an enhancer or some type of pendant in between these two. But these are very old, shiny, might even be mother of pearl, and they're the size of Heshy beads, barrel clasp. It is barely longer than a choker. Yeah. Crazy rain, Billy. Wow. It's so humid here and so hot. It's like probably got up to 94 and now maybe it's 92. Hi, Billy. Please send the rain this way. Please. And this, where's the dang, there it is. Barrel clasp. It's got these teeny tiny tropical conch shells with wooden beads, seed beads, and again, these tiny puka shell beads. In this one, 1970s, is definitely going to be like a choker. And then, don't be sorry, Heidi. It's I can see how that could be confusing, but no, those are higher end items. I mean, so no. Barrel clasp, and it's got these, and then it's got these rudaksha. These are from India. Generally speaking, they would be larger, and they would be on a mala. What is a mala? Buddha or Hindu. It is 108 beads, and it is where you chant your mantra or your prayers. I own many of them. I have said so many prayers on them. I have broken numerous of them, and this is agate. Three pieces of agate with these fun bell balls. So usually, you guys might have seen me. I was wearing a mala Friday, and I used to wear them every day. So all three of these for $6. And that's a good idea of the length size. This one's spectacular. This one's spectacular. I love the jasper and the Rudaksha beads from India are very, very small. Pamela. Yeah, Pamela. Asking more than that just for this. Excellent. Thank you, Heidi. Your up arrows help me enormously, sweetheart. Trust me, they really do. I don't know if I say that often enough. I hope that I do, Heidi. But your presence, your inquiries, your calmness, and just saying hi and pointing an up arrow and letting me know that something's happening in the chat is enormously helpful. I've grown very used to you. And I always look forward to when you're here. And I know when you're not here, it's because you don't feel good. And believe me, I can relate. I did not, exactly, put that two of our brains together and it'll work out, Heidi. And I've known you for so long that, we already know each other. I mean, we already know, from the kitsch world, right? We already know exactly, not exactly, but we have a very good idea of what kind of vintage we're into. So that helps a lot. Yeah, and when you can't, it's because you don't feel it. I didn't want to be here today. I'll tell you that. I did not. Nope. We're getting down there. We're going to do 3 again or 4 or something. I did not want to be here today. I seriously, my leg hurt so bad all night from my back and over around my hip. And then I woke up and it was rainy, muggy, not rainy, but just muggy. And I thought, man, I'm just going to cancel this clearance thing. I can't do this. And then I was like, nope, yes, you are. So this is 4 necklaces. Buy it now. Yeah, exactly. This is 4 for $6. It's very similar to the last ones. Yeah. Humidity. I really want the humidity to go away. I mean, so, and especially living here where I live, and if any of you have ever watched the shorts and seen like my garden or the hail or what, or even the controlled burn, wildfires are a constant threat here. So I would rather have it rain than dry lightning. Yeah. So this is just wood. Is that a seed bead? Yeah, it is. Light, some kind of wood, I don't know what, not from this country, with a black seed bead. Barrel clasp, 1970s, possibly India, most likely about here. That's one. This one has a spring ring clasp and so tiny. This is so tiny, I can't tell what they are. And then just wood like that, very boho. And then here's the bottom now. The bottom is very cool. These are all hand cut, hand carved beads. Again, probably from a place like India. And again, it's going to be short. This one, which is a newer one, it is, oh, I went through this before. It says established 1892. I think that's the name of the company. Oh, no, it's A&E. Aristal and Apostle, whatever that is, A&E. These are probably mimicking. It's probably acrylic mimicking bone or ivory, and then it's got the carved wood. Carved wood. So this is an early A&E. They're like in the mall. And then this is a very hippy dippy, made, because that's like a keychain type deal, but there it is. So if someone was like making this and selling it on the fly, and I said this last time, and I'll say it again in a minute, but let me first finish showing it. These are actually stones. They do not have an A at B coating. They're teeny tiny little stones. What? I don't know. And here's the bottom. I want to say something about this piece because I feel this way about this piece, okay? I don't know how this got out into the world. I don't think it should have got out in the world. This is someone's hair. I really don't think I'm wrong. This is like tightly braided. This is hair. It's really smooth. I don't know. I don't think it's animal fur. I really think it's hair. Like Victorian hair art. And how they did the macrame with that, I don't know. But see right here? That's hair. So I don't know if the person like cut off some of their own hair in order to try to make some money, or here you go. Look at that. That's hair. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to tell you. So you don't like this because it's hair? Fine. But there's these three here. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. It's a puzzle to me. And I mean, I have lockets of my mom and dad's hair, but I'm going to put this aside. I have lockets of my mom and dad's hair, but I really, not that much. I really want it combined into like a heart, a small one that goes into a locket that I just bought from Tanya. But I want it done right. I want it, I want it done right. So I'm keep asking around if someone knows someone who does Victorian hair art, and I have not been able to find that. Yeah, I don't know, Heidi. That's interesting. Maybe. I mean, it's like a light brunette color, but I remember going through this before. It's like, that's hair. And then I was like, no, but yeah, that's hair. Okay, last time I'm drying this piece, I could, try to move it over to my plastic fantastic sale, which is another thing I need to line up, but I need to open a new water. It is so hot. You would think I have like a sodium issue or something. I don't. The fan I have next to me is a huge box fan, and it's on the highest setting, which is like 3 settings. And it's barely making a dent in anything over here. It's beautiful. The hair necklace. Heidi, do you want it? I mean, it's really interesting and very special. I feel like it needs to go to someone who would really appreciate and respect it. If you want it, I will give it to you. I have your box sitting here to go out after I invoice everyone today, because I've been waiting for you to come to be able to come back and talk to me about the thermoset set before I have individual pieces, but I only have one set. They're hard to come by. A set is hard to come by. So I've been holding your box. So if you want it, okay, then it's yours, sweetheart. So this is a really cool golden, like, moon glow with the silver backing here is a part of how it glows. Bangle. Good. Well, it's yours. And it doesn't quite fit me. I have square hands, but I'm not a square. I'm not an L7. So this would fit. Oh, let's go with size 6. Okay, 6.5 if you have slender hands. It's a lovely bracelet. There is one place right here where there's a tiny scrape on the silver. So then there's kind of like no color whatsoever. The silver makes the color stay. So what I would do once I got this, I would put a clear coat of fingernail polish all around it, because this is from the late 1950s, early 60s. Yep. Okay. There you go. And this is going in Heidi's box. Let me do that right now. Yeah, it just it just needs to go to someone who isn't freaked out by the fact that it's hair, and who will treat it right. And I know that would be you, Heidi, as a artist. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Moving on. I'm close to being done with this basket, y'all. Not done, but close. Woo, this is a heavy piece. Okay, buy it now. I think this is great. This is definitely the Forever 21, turn into the we're the 21st century, right? Last century was the 20th century. Are we the 21st or the 22nd? I always have the hardest time with that. Wherever we are, this was from the 2000s at the Forever 21 stores. Like as much bling as you could possibly wear. Heavy, heavy coming out of the hip hop era, just over the top, like, and look at it. It's fabulous, man. I don't even know. Is that backwards? No, because the chains are on the back. And this square, this new probably cost $25. Just the chain itself is incredible. And all these pieces, even if you don't want this as a necklace and you want to take it apart, it is acrylic, but look how they cut it and look at the shine. There is so much crafting you could do with this. And they even, honestly, the way these pieces are right here, 1 and 2, you could remove them. It doesn't affect anything, and make these into matching earrings. Easy peasy. Could wear it down around like this, and it's right before it dips into the curve. Or you could take it up higher and make it like a collar. It's like peacock blue. These are the same kind of blue in some ways. Plastic, fantastic earrings, but I wouldn't wear that with this. I would wear just like very tiny earrings, because this is the showstopper with a dress and a low cut. And you could even go all the way up like that. It is vintage. Vintage is officially 20 years. And for me, as an old fart, I see vintage as like 1950s, 1960s, 1940s, this 20-year rule of, so what is that? 2006 is vintage. I'm like, are you kidding me? Kidding me? I'll drop that to 4. If anyone's interested, speak up now. No recaps. Go back through what I've shown. Speak up. I'm very close to finishing this basket, and I'm determined to do so because it needs to happen. This is that a hold on. Is that actually a crack? I think it's actually good. My computer's very hot on here. I only had just noticed that. I think I need to order one of those fans. I can't tell, but so we're just going to do this. Did you, Heidi? Oh, man. Why do you not live here? Why do you not live here? Because you could probably see I'm turned pink. My camera has a mind of its own. You could probably do the project I want done with my parents' hair. Dang it. So this is a brooch and a pendant. Sorry, I didn't pull it over. I think this is 70s, and I think that 70s, 80s, based on this style, they started using this open kind of cheaper bail on the less expensive costume. And this is a stone. I do not, nope, hold on. It felt like a stone with my teeth. But it's warm and it's staying warm. So it's acrylic. I said everything today was $3 and up, so I'm sticking to that. It's very nice. It'd be a nice brooch or a pendant. Up to you. $3. But you know, you can't. I know it's not 19. Some of this is 1970s. That's pretty much what I said in my description. 1970s onward. It's been a few pieces older than that. But I know mostly, with the exception of a few resellers that, you know, I've known forever and go and have a good time hanging out and sometimes buying from them, that the majority of items I'm bringing at these prices, not even they could necessarily do that. I'm going to give this to George. George, this is coming to you. I could start this at $3. It's a lovely brooch, or I buy it now at $3. But George has been asking for so long for brooches from me. So we're going to do that. Okay, this is a bag. We've got like 12 items left, and there's no recap. So 1, 2, 3 pairs of door knocker, 2 pierced and 1 clip-on. Oh no, let's throw in 1 more pair. There you go. 4 pairs. 4 pairs. Yeah. Yeah, he used to come around and ask me, because he's been buying from me. God, I think I've been on YouTube for about almost 3 years. And he's been coming around and asking me for a while, but I never have, unless he would come to something like this, inexpensive brooches anymore. You know, I have to shop different places, and I've just changed what I sell, and you know, so I felt bad that I haven't been able to help him, because he was a steady customer of mine. Okay. These are, and I just like them in general. These are clip-on. Probably 90s office wear. They are navy with gold. I really like these. I think they're very chic. Then we've got, I love these. I can't wear heavy earrings anymore. If I could wear heavy earrings, I would keep these. I love this detail. You can feel the gold wire with this enameling. You can feel that. It's separated into parts. Very atomic looking. And door knockers, because it's like bang, bang, bang. Hello. Hi, I'm here. Pierced. I don't think they're signed by anyone. A smaller pair of door knockers. I love these. You know, if you go to, you know, an event where you need to just be fancy and you're putting on your like black and white, your little jacket, your shawl, or still go to work. And these ones are hollow, so they're not as heavy. Pierced. Now, these cards do not necessarily have anything to do with the earrings, okay? They say fashion earrings, whatever. They're not, resellers just find something. They often buy their own with their name on it. I'm not fancy enough to do that yet. And then these are really cool acrylic cream with oranges and browns. And these are lightweight. They are clip-on. And they are door knockers. Hello, hello, hello. Are you home? Clip-on. These might be lucite. I still don't have my flashlight. I need to get it. So all 4 pairs, that's $1 a pair. $1 a pair. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I love the shape of all of these. If these were lighter, I would be wearing them. 100%. Same with these. If I want to dress up, I just would put these on with a nice light summer blouse, pair of slacks, skirt, whatever. And yeah, they're what I call simple elegance. Simple elegance. And I have tried to sell these on this channel. These were starting price of like $14 or $15. They're very well made. So I've had them for a while. We're going to do it, y'all. We're going to do this, and I'm going to get the invoicing done. I'll go get ice and ice my back. It'll all be okay, right? Which one was the second pair, Heidi? There's these ones with the gold wire that I think are the most elegant. And these ones. These are the heaviest. These are medium heavy. I have, I've had pierced ears my whole life. So you know how the hole just starts getting longer and longer and you don't have much earlobe left. So if I put these in my ear, it would be dragging it down like that. So, now these acrylic ones that are clip-ons that are just so cool. These are, I would say, these are really not heavy. Not really. And the clip is very strong. What did I do? Oh, it didn't shut. No wonder. I'm like, what? I'm lying to people over here now. These are not heavy. These clip-ons I could wear. And they're definitely not on right because I have the other ones on. All of them, but these are heavy because they're metal. The navy oval ones with the gold are also light. So the navy with the gold are light. They're clip-ons. But both white pairs are heavy. I hope that helps. So, where were we? This. This is a very nice necklace on a snake chain. So the snake chain alone is worth $4. It is a 16-inch chain. Yes, 100% Heidi. And then this is a bright red, kind of like oxblood with green jasper. And I do believe pendant. I do believe it's been enhanced, but I could be wrong. But I think so. The way it looks, I think that it was all oxblood red, and then it had some green put over it. But it's really nice. It would match what I'm wearing, and it's 16 inches. So it's going to be right about there. $4. Honestly, $4. Pamela knows how much I've asked for this. Just the snake chain alone, right, Pamela? You could, get rid of the jasper, but the snake chain. Yep. Thank you, Heidi. I love snake chains. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. I mean, none of this is something I'm just going to hand over to the Goodwill, but it needs to find new homes. Yep. Exactly, Pamela. Okay. Let's get through this, and then, yay, eating dinner and watching. Yay. What are you eating? Inquiring minds. I have my dinner all ready to go. I made dinner for 3 nights in a row with adding in things if I so feel like it. I made fried chicken wings, yum. I made spaghetti squash, which is a favorite food of mine. And because I hadn't been going in the grocery stores myself for so long, just sending my partner in, I didn't even think about it. And I went in the store last time and I was like, yeah, spaghetti squash. Just cut it in half and boil it. And instead of noodles, you use the spaghetti squash noodles. Yep. And then I sauteed fresh organic bell pepper with onion with some agave beef. I made 4 tiny patties. And then I put feta cheese on top of the spaghetti noodles so that when you put the hot burger and peppers on, it just melts the feta cheese just a little instead of, yeah, exactly, feta cheese instead of butter. Yes. Yep, there you go, Ducky. Great minds think alike. So these are really cool squares with little AB rhinestone in it. And I love spaghetti squash. It is so good. And all you do is put it in the oven with some water and steam cook it for about an hour. So these come to oh, good Lord, there's 2 pairs. These come to a point. They're really nice. And they're fun and funky because they're a square with a stone. Teeny tiny. And then I'd say those are a little older than these, but I don't really know. And these are this cool silver tone shape with pink. And you can see by the lines that these are really nice ones. Just small and dainty. And if you had more than one hole in your ear, you could totally put these and then the square ones on top or the other way around. So both pairs for $3. Billy. That's what I'm talking about. Yum. Now I'm hungry. Now I want my spaghetti squash with feta cheese. Or maybe tonight I'll put brie or mozzarella. I'm a fruit and veggie with cheese, although I can't eat heavy cheese. I can't, anything that has like a creamy, milky consistency, I can't do. But like brie cheese, no problem. Blue cheese, no problem. But if it's like a sauce cheese, I have to take dairy assist. Hey, did you know something I found out recently? Y'all might be interested in this. You might not care at all. I found out that all human beings are lactose intolerant. We were not meant to consume milk, goat's milk, other types of milk, but not cow's milk. We're all lactose intolerant. And some people have no issues, and other people, it's like verboten. My daughter can't consume any dairy at all, and I used to have, my stomach would go out at the drop of a dairy. It was like, no. Thank you, Billy. But I always, so I don't do heavy creams and all that. But if I keep it in moderation and if I take a dairy assist pill, I'm okay. But there's other people out there, even if they did that, there's no way they could have dairy. There you go. Yep. Cottage cheese. You know what, Billy? See, now we're talking about food. We got to stop talking about this. I ate cottage cheese growing up, and then I ate it as an inexpensive protein, as a young adult. And then I got sick of it. And I just bought just a small container at the store the other day. And I had it with avocado because I like to eat something like avocado and hummus on bread in the morning. And I was like, oh my gosh, cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese. What's wrong with me? And you can mix fruit in it. And oh my God, peaches and cottage cheese was a dessert at my house. Yep. Peaches and cottage cheese was a dessert at my house. I mean, what the heck? Fact. Let's do this. I forgot about it. I forgot about cottage cheese. I don't know. Yep, protein. And you get the low fat or no fat. But I do need to take a dairy assist with cottage cheese. And when I rediscovered eating avocado with like naan bread in the morning instead of toast with jam, it was like a light bulb went off in my head. I was like, oh, there's different, I said, there's different foods out there that have nothing to do with this bullshit idea, about breakfast. All breakfast means, you know what breakfast means, y'all? Break fast. You're breaking your overnight fast. Yep. Clamper. these are acrylic. And I discussed this. I cannot tell if this is actual wear or if this is intentional because it's all in the middle. Not a clue. See that? It's a really nice clamper. It fits tightly on me. So I would say it should be a 6.75 or a 6.5. Definitely vintage, probably 70s, maybe 80s, baby blue enameled. Okay, it's going down. And if you bought that because they match, I would throw in this lighter powder blue with gold pierced earrings for $5. Those are later, but I love that. I don't know, Heidi. I watched the there's a guy, his name is maybe JB or something like that, who I'm going to bring these to a sale. I think these are really old and worth money. I need to look them up. I think his name is JB, and he has octopuses, all different names, and he makes mostly shorts with different octopuses who all have different names. And it's incredible how intelligent octopuses are. And have you ever seen the movie My Octopus's Garden, the documentary? With the guy he moves to, I don't know, some island, Greece, who knows? Yes, My Octopus Teacher, Billy. Oh my God. Yeah, that. Spectacular. Yes, Ducky. Right? Octopuses. Human beings are such jerks. Human beings are such jerks. We run around, thinking that, well, animals are just here to feed us, oh, whatever. But then once we stop and we really research these, mammals and sea creatures, it turns out they're smarter than we are. About a 3-inch. So this is a snake chain. It's very long. It's obviously not sterling silver. And I put this really interesting yellow acrylic with bale. And see how the light shifts through it? And it's got like the crackle lines. I no idea. I would think this could be a 70s piece. Trying to tag off like the whole Bakelite thing or something. I'm not sure. And I just put it on this chain. It's a very long chain. So honestly, it's going to come down to right about in your little cup area right here. Probably like 22 inches. And then with this, 24. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, remarkably bright creatures. I don't know what that is, Ducky, but I will be looking for it. Is it on a streaming platform? Yeah, Heidi. I would say all animals are smarter than us humans. I would go out on a limb and say that. My partner and my daughter both all the time are saying when they see something where there's cruelty to animals or where animals are just so beautiful and lovely, they're like, see, that's why I hate humans, because, the beautiful animals and whatever it is we've done or haven't done. And they're like, see, that's what. And I'm like, yeah, well, I get it. I get it. They get, really worked up. They're like angry. So these are probably something I'm just going to say that, birds? Birds go back to dinosaurs. Thank you, Ducky Netflix. Birds go back to dinosaurs. Okay, dinosaurs had feathers. It's taken us so long to not be in our ego, right? So this might be something that one of you are interested in. I'm not going to take it out of the bag because I think maybe George would be. It is a brooch. You know what this reminds me of? A Maserati. Because of that. I don't know. It's got the fleur-de-lis and this, so it's like French. I don't know. It looks as though it is vintage. It's like 1970s. Looks like it has some color damage there. It's a really big one. Yeah, I'm a nature freak too. Do not apologize. Why do you think I live in the middle of nowhere on 22 acres? And this, I think, is the coolest one. 1960s brooch or pendant. I love the colors. I think it's a gargoyle face. Because it's not two creatures. Remember, we went through this with something else recently where it was hard to tell, but I think that's a gargoyle face. And again, it's very large. And I love the cream and the orange. So those were your choice, $3. Dang close to being done with this basket, y'all. Party. Not doing a recap. Whatever is left, you've got to go back and rewatch and drop it in the chat after this sale is over. The prices will be good for 48 hours. And then all these items are going elsewhere. Thursday and Friday, I am having high-end, my usual higher-end rhinestones, yada, yada, costume jewelry, and sterling silver items. I did a short. I showed some examples. And when I say some examples, I literally mean some examples. Like I didn't show this piece, Orion Mayan, as y'all would like to say over on Leslie's channel, sterling silver Texaco bracelet, and other things, so many other things. So let's see if anyone's interested in this tiny bag of rings. Yeah, that's fine, Heidi. I am burnt out and I need to invoice. I'm pushing through because I know tomorrow I can take time off. So, honey, go for it. I do not blame you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping. It has been this is a longer sale than I would usually do, especially with my back behaving the way it is. But there's hardly anything left over there, and I just want to finish it. Look at these. This one, look at the setting. Costume jewelry. It's brushed silver tone and then stands up like that. It's very interesting. This one, prong set, but we can see this adjustable is way more modern. pink tones. Heck of fun. And then this is a tiny gold tone pineapple. Also adjustable. Adjustable. This one is not. Yes, I will. I promise. So this is probably a size 4 to 5. It's tiny. This adjustable one can go to about a 7.5. It's currently at about a 7. Boom. And this little pineapple, yeah, it's been adjusted, so it's essentially a 7. But this is so cool. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no name in there. Oh, maybe there is. There is stuff going on in there. There's stuff going on in there. Hold on. Let's see if I'm offering y'all. I mean, as long as I'm in it, I'm in it. I could invoice tomorrow. My invoicing is late, everyone. It's already late, and it's late. Oh, you know what it is? It's an HMS. Remember the store? I don't know if they're still around. This is inside. That's why it's good quality. It's like a Forever 21, but a little bit higher quality. It's an HMS costume jewelry ring. No wonder. So all 3 of those, $1 a ring. But you must buy them all together. This is just a fun one. But it really is fun. It's big. And the pineapple. Likely like a Claire's. It would make a nice toe ring. Yeah, I'm going to invoice tomorrow. That's getting thrown out. This is end of the day. I just want it to move. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a scarf brooch. Again, based on the gold tone in the back, late 70s. It is about 3 inches. Okay, going down. Going down. We're going to leave it at buy it now for 2. I'm positive that these are very thin stamped copper earrings on wire. Obviously a little more modern, whatever that means, 20, 30 years. Very lightweight. $2. They don't weigh anything. They're not going to hurt your ears. I would normally ask about $10 for those. Okay. I can feel it in my back. I've been doing a lot of leaning forward. A lot of leaning forward. Which is exactly what I'm not supposed to do. Pamela. We're still here. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you for doing that before they were God knows where. Whoosh. Okay. Pamela's bag. I appreciate it. Oh, you're back for the bling? Oh, George. Okay. Did you, George? I'm right at the end of being able to handle myself. Did you see this one? This is a 1960s. It's a gargoyle face with like a orange and cream enameled paint. It's a brooch or a pendant. $3. Just showed them. And then this one is the French. It's just a brooch. There's a little discoloration. Dragon, fleur-de-lis, and I don't know what crest, but it does have that little discoloration. I added a, you want both of them? They're $3 each. I added a little tiny brooch for free into your bag while you were gone. Do you want? Okay. These are very cool, and these are like, this is men's jewelry in essence, and I, you know, I don't get that many men in here, so perfect. Perfect. I'm still on. I'm almost done, George. I need, my back needs me to be done, and I need to feed my animals, and Thank you, George. Yeah, and I put a little purple and whatever, something in your bag when I found it, because I thought George will like this. So this is going to be, thank you. It's going to be a buy it now for $4. Yeah, I never go this long with my back like this. Never, ever. And it's been really acting out lately. But like I said, I can rest all day tomorrow. So this is the bottom of this silver tone. I don't know. 80s? What do y'all think? I love the very typical kind of, we were talking about octopuses, ocean waves, that type of design. Here's the back. This is about 2.5 inches long. And then it's on a very nice chain. The bottom part, the top has like a 2-inch extender with the little ball. Lobster claw. So it's hard to know, if it's actually about 16 inches and another 3 inches. So it would fit right about here. It's hard to know if this is exactly what year it is. If it's a repop or if it really is from the 70s, 80s. It's hard to tell. Let's see. Is there anything in here that George might have really wanted? I don't know, George. I think you'll need to go back and look. Unclear if there was anything that you didn't see that you would really be interested in. Not sure. So let's do these. Now these, so this is, does it actually? It does. So this is one of these little pendants that comes undone with a magnetic. I think there's a magnetic. Oh no, you push it in and lock it. Interesting. That is little rhinestones. And yeah, I don't know. A black or a dark green stone? Look, it even comes to a point. Huh. Interesting. I don't see any 925 on here. I don't see any maker's name. So I'm assuming it was just made to look like high end. It's about that big. Yep, enhancer for sure. I just am puzzled by its construction. And then I love these earrings. I thought other people would see this vision and like them as much as I do, but that has not been the case. So they are included in this batch. They're just rhinestones that's either an enameled or, it's probably, an enameled paint. And each piece is separate. There's 4 pieces, large, medium, small circles. And then the back, those could be pendants on their own. Little earrings, whoops, on hoops. So altogether, the enhancer and these, $3. They match. So you could have your earrings on and get a chain and wear that. Boom. You're set. $3. I was asking for the Art Deco style 80s, 90s earrings. Started out asking like 14. And I paid quite a lot more for them. Okay, this, losing money. It's okay. At least I'm not losing all of it. $4. Oh, I haven't put this up in a long time. Jot form. George, if anything has changed in terms of where you live or your PayPal info, can you fill out the jot form, honey? I doubt it, but hey, you know what? I moved. People move. Life happens. So, yeah. I love these. I love these. I love these. I don't care. These are ceramic with, what I think is these were dipped in a water with oil-based paint on the top. And then this is metal, gold metal over top of the earrings. And they are curved in right there. Okay. Oh, yeah. It was like probably almost 4 a.m. in Belgium. And they're clip-ons. They say 1 out of 4 on the back of them. These were, they're almost like a porcelain. The ceramic is so very light, but not so light they're going to damage easily. And then look at this. Yeah. Oh, good night, Billy. I'm just about to be off. 1 of 4. Interesting, no? I think they're spectacular. And this is metal on top. Never seen anything like them. Hello, Lulu. How are you? I'm just about done with my clearing it out. It's nice to see you. Are you getting ready to pop on with a sale? I can't remember everyone's schedule. I know a couple people's schedules for sure, but other people I'm like, I don't know. Not today. Okay. So these, even though I offered them in a buy it now, they are so original and unique that I think they're actually going to go back in a box for a while. So my last few items were 2 items now, and that's it. And anyone who wants to go back through and see what's left at $3, $4, hardly anything was even $6 today. Go for it, because you'll have a couple days at these prices and then we'll be done. So I'm gonna these are gonna be a buy it now at $3. Oh, no problem. I mean, and this is me clearing out, Lulu. This is me clearing out stock from big lots that I got that aren't really, necessarily my style of what I sell, and or some items that I've had for too long that are my style but are not selling. So, it's easier for this is just something I do every couple months. I just clear it out. And I don't make a lot of money, but my friends and fellow jewelry lovers get, a really nice deal. So there's these earrings here. And nothing is sterling, it's all costume, it's all fun. And these, if I remember correctly, are acrylic. Yeah. Probably 90s. Cute little lever backs. I heard a noise. I was on alert for a bear. Thank you, Lulu. But when you buy a lot, like a huge bunch of whatever, and you don't necessarily know everything that's in there, sometimes you get stuff that, it's just not quite. Like these I've had these are acrylic and then glass pink rhinestones. But I think the colors are gorgeous. I think the colors are gorgeous. I've had these since before my father died, which is way too long. And they just got lost in not being shown anymore because, yeah. Pamela, you want to see the last pair? And then these have that same awesome color wave, red garnet with that purple, which I think is also acrylic, but very much look like sterling silver. Yay, Pamela. Well, they're sold to Pamela. And Pamela's been around me long enough to know what I would ask for something like this. Maybe she's even remembers it from, 2 years ago. And Pamela is a savvy buyer. Yep. When I have a buy it now sale, she hangs out the whole time and she picks up some great stuff. Or at least I think it's great and it's at a really good price. Now, That doesn't mean that Pamela never buys at full price, but Pamela knows. Oh, your dog. Your dog wants to take you for a walk. Lulu, you and your dog have a good walk. That's awesome. I love that. My dog wants me to feed him. Have a great evening, Lulu. Thank you for stopping by. My dog wants to take me for a walk. That's hilarious. I love that. Okay, this is the last item. So my prices will be good for 48 hours. And then I'm going to probably do a drop of everything that's left. And I will be on Thursday and Friday. And I will have my usual, higher end designer earrings. I think I'm gonna I did a short, so that's out there. I think I'm gonna throw in some vintage men's shirt cuffs and tie tacks. This one is a set. It is red acrylic. I think it's lucite. This is a atomic MCM set. And so much more. I actually took this out of the buy it now. I want to look this up. These are much older, and I'm really curious. I want to test for sterling. I want to see what's going on. So, yeah. Check me out Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and Friday is going to be a slow, chill chat day and sale at 6 p.m. Eastern. And probably Friday I'll only be on an hour and a half. So, this is the last item. Buy it now at 4. Thank you, Lulu. I really like this piece. I've shown it several times. It's a 90s animal print. Huge. Bezel cut, clear acrylic to give it all the pop. With 4 chains. And this long, really nice gold tone chain with that same type of extender. So these are, 80s, 90s. And this is a long one. This is really long. I think I established that it is, the chain is about 24, and by the time you get through the dangles, it's about a 28. And George would like this. Okay. Perfect. I ended the sale on a sale. You too, Pamela. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for hanging in with me. My back is going to be very pissed. But I cleared out more than half of it. So I'm extremely grateful for that. Thank you, everyone. 48 hours. Take a look-see. And I'll see you all on Thursday. My back needs ice now. I can feel it. Good night.